right now. It's the moment, actually. This morning we were here at 6 o'clock and there's this almost reverential silence around the place. There's hardly anyone here. There's not a blade of grass or a purple flower out of place. And then now,
isn't it?
it's much, yeah, it is completely. I mean, you've never seen anything like it. But now there's much more activity going on. So we're seeing lots of white towels being delivered in the laundry van. We're seeing bottles of mineral water, cases and cases and cases of those, and people going around picking up litter, making sure that it is absolutely perfect for the next couple of weeks. So the outside courts, the covers are off now, the grass, the courts at the moment looking immaculate. Of course, they'll look slightly different in a few days' time. Russell Fuller, our tennis correspondent, is here with me. We're going to talk about Novak Djokovic's chances in just a moment. Will he be able to defend the title he won in thrilling style?
1.3 miles, keep left, then keep left.
Backhand, Djokovic's forehand. Federer with a backhand into the net. Djokovic is back in the Grand Slam winner's circle after a string of disappointments in Grand Slam finals and the bitter disappointment of losing to Andy Murray here last year. He has broken through the tape. Now he will make the slow procession with his arms aloft up through the crowd to Boris Becker and his other close confidants in the box. And he can do so as a double Wimbledon champion.
Well, that was last year. Can he do it again this year? Russell, first of all, as we're walking through the grounds here, there's something so special about this morning of Wimbledon, isn't there?
The moment before the gates open, Rachel, is very, very special. And this Grand Slam is different to the others because the qualifying matches are played at the other venues in the run-up to play getting underway on the Monday. And there's also a kids' day at the other Grand Slams. There's lots of noise and lots of people, whereas here it's just people preparing for the championships. It's the calm before the storm. And if you were to stand here in around about 2 hours' time, you might be knocked off your feet because when they open the gates and those who've been camping out and waiting in the queue, you're told not to run to center court to get the best seat because it's just a very, very small number of seats available for those who've been in the queue. But of course, people, it's almost like trying to fool your parents. I am walking, Mum, but I'm just walking incredibly quickly and woe betide anybody gets in my way.
Let's walk slowly, gracefully up Murray Mount, shall we? So Novak Djokovic, of course, all the attention on him and Andy Murray. It's not a dead cert that it'll be the two of them in the final, but I suppose if you were going to put your money anywhere, that's where you might put it.
Yes, I have a really strong feeling that we will see either Murray or Djokovic winning the title. Not necessarily that they will both contest the final, because of the way they have been playing this year. Murray has been magnificent on all surfaces. We saw how well he played on the clay until Djokovic beat him in the French Open semi-final. He's won Queens. I do think he is the best grass court player at the moment on the men's tour, but it's so hard to write off Djokovic because of everything he's achieved. No one quite knows how he's going to respond to losing the French Open final, but he managed to respond very well last year. So we shall see, but they have to be, for me, the two favourites for the men's competition.
And you spoke to him, in fact, and that was the question you asked him. How did that defeat in the French Open final affect him?
No doubt that the loss in the French Open final has hurt me, and for some days after that I felt that bitterness, and I know that there's going to be for some time there's traces of that loss left in me, but I'll make sure they don't go out on the surface, and I'll make sure that I'm positive and only focus on what's ahead of me. And if anything, I was taught by tennis is exactly that. The kind of a mindset to be positive, to move on, and to take the best out of those things that you experience.
And it's all about perspective as well, isn't it? I think you're somebody who does perspective quite well, maybe, and Boris Becker can perhaps help as well as somebody who's also never managed to win the French Open.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a legend of the sport, and he's somebody that has been through these particular situations before. He has faced the greatest challenges in professional tennis.